Hi everyone. So I'm hoping you guys did good with the formulas. So each one of the volumes, they all have their own formula. So on the quiz tomorrow, there will be a bunch of questions and it'll be one of each shape. Okay, so you have like a little cheat sheet of all the formulas in front of you, so you could kind of just work them out on loose leaf and input the answers. All right, so for the first question, it has a cylinder and a cone. The cylinder formula, I like to draw it like this, where I put cylinder volume, and then I'll do the cone volume. So I know that each shape, the work for the top will be my cone, cylinder, and the work on the bottom will be the cone. All right, so the formula for a cylinder is pi r squared h. So I'm going to input, the radius is 6, the height is then 10, and if you plug that all into the calculator, you should get 1,130.97. So if I could fit it on my screen, I can. All right, and it says to the nearest hundredth over here. All right, so make sure you're using 2 decimal places. All right, volume for a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. It's the same formula as the cylinder, it just has the third involved in it. All right, so don't forget that third. So 1/3 pi, radius is 5 squared times 12, and the volume for this to the nearest hundredth is 314.16. Make sure you're rounding correctly. That 5 turns to a 6 because the 9 is the third decimal. All right, so in question B, so we found the volume for both, and now we're going to go to part B that asks which shape can hold more water. So the shape that holds more water is the cylinder, and to explain, you're right, because it is volume is larger by, if you subtract the numbers, you would get that it's larger by 816.81. Okay, so that is the first example, and those were the 2 volumes. The next example I gave you was a toy box, and that is in the shape of a rectangular prism. Okay, so we have a length, a width, and a height, right? So each rectangular prism has that. It's just the shape of a box. So this one's the easy one. It's just the length times the width times the height, and you should get 9. Now, when you're doing measurement, it's always 9 feet cubed, okay? So each one of these lengths are feet. So if you did feet times feet times feet, you have 3 feet. So it's feet cubed would be your answer of volume, okay? So some people were getting this part incorrect on the weekly assignments. So be careful. For tomorrow's quiz, I think you could just leave out the units altogether so that you do not get them incorrect. This question is a triangular prism. So the formula is a half base times height, and then times the height of the whole prism. All right, so the volume is a half. The base is 8. Really doesn't matter the order, because either way you're plugging them all in, and you're just putting a half in front of it. So when you did all that, you should get 168. And again, it's cubic inches, and it even says it in the problem, cubic inches.